Hello YouTubers, my name is Virality and today you'll be watching a video on my application to Shopify. They required us to make a back-end software that involved an inventory system, and here's my attempt at it. It's just going to be a time-lapse of what I did from the beginning to the end, and then at the end of the video I will also go over my project itself and the flow of the website. If you have any comments on how I could have made this project better, please leave a comment down below. I'm always trying to improve myself, and sometimes it's nice to get feedback from other people. If you've also applied to jobs and done some projects, let me know what those projects were. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Okay, so first things I'm doing is I'm just setting up the environment here. I've got phpMyAdmin so I can handle the actual database in MySQL. I've got the LAMP server running it, and I'm just using a Windows computer, so I got Amazon Lightsail hosting my LAMP server. And then I've got the actual website here. We already did some editing on this LAMP instance for a YouTube series that I made. It's just a 3-episode series about how to set up your own LAMP server if you want to have a look at that. But yeah, so the idea behind this intern challenge is to create a database for an inventory tracking system. And so the main features I need is to be able to create inventory items, edit them, delete them, and then view a list of them. That sounds all relatively simple enough, so I will probably have a single page actually I may do some sort of tab system where you can click on each page to do something. I don't know, I haven't really thought of the actual design yet, but that will come later. Anyway, let's get to it. Okay, so what I just did there was I was just double checking to see that if by making a header file where it's going to be the same on multiple pages, now all I have to do is call up this one file instead of rewrite this code out for all the things, and I can adjust the links here if I want to add any more buttons, so it just centralizes it to make it a little easier. What I was testing was to see if I can then reciprocate the code afterwards or add code afterwards using body, head tags and everything, and repeating that essentially, and would it still print the page out accordingly, and it did, so that was good news. So that means I can still add HTML code here even though I've closed off HTML code in there, so I thought that was pretty neat. Okay, so essentially I've created a create page, and a login page. And kind of very basic. It's just going to be the same information, a username, and a pass. Oh, that one says last name. Gotta change that. Oh, have I not noticed that one? Okay, so let's go. Last name is going to be password. Should do capital P. And same in this one. So there is a lot of repeated code here, but I may be able to iron that out later. Okay, so we got password, and that doesn't lead anywhere. We got create and login, and they both say username and password. We could add in the create field, we could add like email, we could add age, we could add first name, last name, whatever. I don't think we necessarily need that because it's just for the assignment. And that means more data fields in our database, in our table, which I don't think we necessarily need. We'll probably put a constraint on the username so you can't have multiple of the same usernames. Okay, just to note, we've successfully added a create page that connects to the database, and we create some users in our inventory list database in the user table. What I could do next is a login page, but I may hold off on that for a second. What I do like is the fact that I now have my connected database.php file that has this code, so now I don't have to repeat this. All I need is the query and of course the result. running into a bit of an issue here. What I have is I have made a header, well, what was originally was a header HTML file, which I guess I can delete now. Delete. Alright, so I created a header HTML file. I've moved it to a header.php file because I want to run this one PHP code. Now, for some reason, I want to use the header.php file on many different pages, and in doing so, that means I have to call that up. And so I have this files.getContents, and then I have create account here, which is just a temporary variable name, doesn't mean anything. And then I have the echo, and for some reason, this PHP gets commented out when read here. So it's like the PHP compiler is treating this as a HTML file, I think, or it's not. Maybe it's this, maybe it's not compiling that for some reason. So I'll get contents. Oh, yeah, that works. Nice, okay, well, that problem solved. Much easier too. So, I'm gonna get rid of this here. Okay, so what have we completed so far? Let's go back to the home page. So far, we can create an account right here. We can log into an account. We've got multiple different buttons. We've got one down here. We've got the menu up here. Doesn't look the greatest, but I am not a front-end developer. Well, we'll see. Maybe one day. Okay, so then we can log into the account. Right now, as you can see, there's no profile up there. But when we go here and we type in the password, we hit login. Now it comes up with our correct information. It's got our username, and then of course it's got a new menu here. You can log out and go back to the beginning. And then I'm slowly working on this here, which is going to create item for inventory, and you'll switch between the pages. Edit inventory is going to have to give you information on the specific item. So I'm going to need a drop down menu that shows all the items. You click on the item and then it will display the information of that item, and then you'll be able to edit. So that's going to take the most amount of time. Delete inventory items can be easy. Create inventory items can be easy. View inventory is going to be easy. Edit inventory item is going to be the hard part. And that's pretty much it that's left for that. And then I've got to add one of the following. So push a button, export product data to a CSV. I might do that and just have that on the view inventory page. Or I may add another button saying download. Okay, so we finally have the finished product of this website. The whole objective of this was to create an inventory system that has a create option, edit option, delete option, and view option of the information inside the database. Talking about a database, it looks something like this. So first you create users. As you can tell, I have 4 users here, and it seems like I have an extra one here. I don't know how that got there, but we can delete that. And then we've got motorcycles, and you can see that all the motorcycles are in here with their information. And then we've got inventory, which links the motorcycles to a particular user right here. Okay, so let's see how this website actually runs. So the first thing we're going to do, let's create a random account. Let's just say YouTube. Let's call the account YouTube, and we're just going to do password. And we'll hit create. And we'll exit out of that jargon, and you'll see it's a success. YouTube has been created. And then we go back to create page, we go to login page, and then we will type in YouTube. And we'll type in password, and we'll hit login. As you can see, we'll now get a new window here. We'll have our profile up in the top here. You can't change or edit your profile. That's always a feature I could add, but I just needed a logout button, and I thought it looked kind of neat having that up there. So we're going to land onto the create inventory item page. Here you can type in the brand. We can do a model, so we're going to do the FZ09. Let's say it's, because it's an FZ, it's probably a 2016 model. And it's in the, technically in the sport standard, so we could choose either sport or standard, but I'm going to stick with sport. And we'll do a random number like that for the VIN. And we'll hit add motorcycle. And I'm just going to quickly wrap through one more. We'll do a Honda, we'll do a Ruckus, we'll do a 2008, that's a scooter, and something like that for the number. And there we go. So 2 bikes are added to this inventory. We can go and edit the inventory. Honda doesn't have a Ruckus. They do, but let's say they didn't. And let's say that was Suzuki instead. We can click select, it'll come up with the information right here, and we will type in Suzuki instead. And then we'll hit edit motorcycle. What essentially happens in the database is it deletes the old one and then recreates the new one. So it doesn't actually alter the values in that, it just deletes and recreates. I found that was the easiest way of doing it. It led for less issues with the primary keys linking the databases or the tables. Okay, so now that we've edited and we're happy with this, we could go and delete one, but I'm fine with this. This looks like, you know, the inventory that I want, let's say. And so we can go to view inventory and it will show you the complete inventory. One feature I did add, because I needed to add one feature out of a select amount of features that they were offering, and that one I decided to do was download CSV file. I actually never have really tried this before, so it was something that I learned during this project. So you click on that and it downloads it. I don't have Excel on this computer, so it would just open up in a text document, but it could open up in a nice Excel table, and there you have it. Okay, so you know, if you want to set up a website like this yourselves or give it a go, how would you do this? Well, I use LAMP. I use the LAMP server, and so to create a server or something that you can run your website, like this is live. Like if you ever want to go on the website, you just need to type in this static IP right here, and you'll get to my website. I'm not going to put a domain name on it. I could if I wanted to. I have in the past, but I'm not going to do it because it's just extra money. And so if you want to try check out my website, you're more than welcome to type in that static IP. I probably will be taking down this website pretty soon here because it does cost money to have it running on Amazon Lightsail. But I recommend, if you want to set up a website and you want it to be live and you want to use a LAMP server, go check out my tutorials on how to create your own LAMP server using Lightsail. It's super easy. We tested a bunch of different ways of doing it, and Lightsail by far was the easiest, and it's only $3.50 every month to host it, and you get your first 3 months free. I'm not even sponsored. So I hope you enjoyed this video. My name is Reality, and this has been super fun, and I want you guys to go give it a shot.